Hello everyone, this is Dr. Young from SUNY New Paltz, and these are my writing tips and pet peeves. So this is not a comprehensive writing guide, rather these are specific tips that I would like you to follow and specific pet peeves I would like you to avoid in any writing that you do for me in any class. So the first thing is the format for your writing. I always give out guidelines beforehand, so be sure you know beforehand if there's a cover page or not. Some of my assignments have a cover page and some of them don't. Know about that, and also know whether the assignment should be single-spaced or double-spaced. In almost all cases, I ask that your writing should be in Times New Roman font, and in font size 12. So please don't switch your writing to other fonts or obscure fonts or font sizes. In almost all cases, I ask you to have your margins be 1 inch on all sides, top, bottom, left, right. So please don't mess with the margins. A general comment now about the style of your writing. I like concise and precise writing. By precise, I mean specific. I like writing that is very focused and specific. By concise, I mean that it's to the point, that you don't waste time with sort of empty verbiage before you actually get to the point. So precise and concise. And as I said, that means avoiding empty sort of space filler language wherever possible. So for example, please don't waste time telling me that so-and-so, that someone was a really important and famous anthropologist. Generally speaking, if we've read them in class, we can assume that they're important, and it isn't necessary to tell me that. That's just space filler sort of language that is wasting time and space in your writing. Next, this is really a pet peeve, which is to try, I want to encourage you to avoid colloquial language, imprecise colloquial language, when you're talking about the ideas of scholars or journalists or people that we've been studying. So for example, I would like you to avoid using terms, colloquial terms like says, talks about, believes, when you're really talking about arguments and actual, positions here. So for example, here's a sentence that I don't like so much. Marx says that class conflict shapes the contours of society. Well, maybe that would be appropriate if you're telling a friend or or someone outside of the classroom. You're talking about the ideas of Karl Marx. But in academic writing, use precise scholarly terminology, scholarly language, like Marx argues that class conflict shapes the contours of society. Marx proposes, Marx claims, Marx asserts, not Marx says or Marx believes. That's colloquial language, so please try to avoid it. Another pet peeve, and this is probably you remember from high school composition or grammar classes, the word it's. Please review the difference between it's with an apostrophe and it's without an apostrophe. So it's with an apostrophe, that is to say I-T apostrophe S, should only be used as a replacement for it is. For example, it's not fair should have an apostrophe, I-T apostrophe S, because you're basically replacing it's for it is not fair. Any other usage, there's no reason to have an apostrophe. So for example, the sentence, its causes are uncertain. No apostrophe, because you're not using its as a substitute for it is. So there's no reason for an apostrophe. If you're unclear on that, please Google it and consider visiting the Writing Center, and please be careful about that one. Another one, the word there. So please review the difference between the three options you have. There's THEIR, there's THERE, and there's THEY apostrophe RE. The first one, THERE, states a place of being. For example, I will see you there tomorrow. THERE. The second one, THEIR, references a form of ownership. For example, that's their house. THEIR, a form of ownership. The house belongs to them. THEIR. Finally, THEY apostrophe RE is a contraction. It's a combination of two words, which are they are. So if you wanted to say they are coming, you could say they're coming. THEY apostrophe RE. So please be clear on the differences between those three words, three ways of writing there in your own writing. That would be great. Next, the word affect, or affect. So you have two options most of the time, which are AFFECT and EFFECT. There are a couple of exceptions and somewhat obscure ways of using these two terms, but I'm really talking about 90% of the time here. So 90% of the time, affect with an A is basically a verb meaning to influence something, to affect something. For example, bad study habits will affect your grade. It's influencing, and it's a verb. So you use affect with an A. Affect with an E is for the something that was influenced, right? So it's not the verb meaning to influence or to impact. It's the something that was influenced. For example, insomnia can have the effect of decreasing your energy levels during the day, right? Insomnia can have the effect of decreasing your energy levels during the day. So in that case, it's the something that was influenced, the something that was affected, if you will. Okay, just a couple of more things here. The next one is, and this is a real pet peeve of mine, please do not refer to academic studies, including anthropological studies or ethnographies. Please do not refer to them as novels. A novel is a work of fiction. So if it's just because you read a book, doesn't mean it was a novel. If it was an academic study, then you want to refer to it as such. A book, a study, an investigation, an examination. Use a term that acknowledges that it's an academic work, not a novel. Finally, and this I think all of you know already, please always do a careful proofread of any writing, whether it's a regular homework assignment or a paper or a research paper, before you submit it. That means spell check it and grammar check it. As I said, this is not a comprehensive list. I'll always give you guidelines for any writing assignments or papers. Instead, it's really just specific pet peeves that I'm always that I always want you to take into account for any writing that you do for me. If you have any questions, please come to see me during office hours or shoot me an email. See you later.